No matter whether you know your design or not, you are living that life. You are kind of taken up by these transauric forms, meaning you are embodying your design when you are around other people, and you are being recognized by them for the things that you bring to the table. I think one of my favorite stories about Penta mechanics is from my own experience working in a small unit and working on a project in a large organization in that small unit. As it began to grow and morph and change with newer members, there was a project that I was working on, a large grant. The purpose of the project was to help train non-custodial parents, increasing the money that goes to families. We were running different recruitment strategies to try to reach out to non-custodial parents, because nobody is going to believe that child support is suddenly giving away money to non-custodial parents after decades of calling them deadbeat dads and so forth. They were one of 6 states that got to come up with innovative ideas to use simple techniques and strategies using behavioral economics. And I thought, let's use Facebook. It's a great way to target your population, get very, very specific. We wanted our county. We wanted demographic as far as how much people could make. We were looking for, obviously, non-custodial parents. So Facebook is a great way to narrow down your demographic. So I designed this particular marketing strategy, and everyone was on board. I was the project manager over the project from the time we wrote the grant to the final report for the Research Institute. Then all of a sudden, we get this new team member, and she is from a marketing background. Everyone was in agreement that I would initiate the Facebook ad because I had done all the research. I wrote the protocol for how to do it. And so far, I had been doing pretty much every other piece of implementation and design of these other aspects of the grant for a couple years now. I was simply shocked when this woman whose design and marketing background pretty much came from 87 showed up, didn't agree with anything that we were doing, didn't understand the idea of innovation, didn't understand the idea of applied behavioral insights to make things simpler, didn't understand government. She just kind of got hired up off the street, and she was basically insubordinate for whatever reason that I didn't understand at the time. They just kind of let her run with it. And she took my instructions. And when she did finally roll out the Facebook ad, we had one reply from that Facebook ad. And the one reply was from, we were in Ohio. The reply was from Florida. And the reply was from a woman who didn't have any children. So if you know anything about Facebook ads, I mean, she couldn't have been farther off. Like, it's a total user error, complete user error to be so far off the mark. Yeah, so I was like livid. I felt like it was a total waste. It was so frustrating. But fast forward to when I learned about BG5 Human Design and the Penta mechanics of small group interaction, and I saw that I don't have anything with regard to outreach and public relations and marketing in that small group dynamic. In fact, I'm not going to be recognized for any of that at all. And when that woman came in, I would love to see her design, by the way. But when that woman came in, things shifted. And what I was recognized for are the things that I did in that small group. I was recognized for the reliability that I brought in coordination and administration. That is what I brought. And in retrospect, if I can bring that kind of understanding to managers and to leadership to understand that you can't just hire off of a resume. because when you bring a team together, if those dynamics aren't in sync, you aren't going to get your business off the ground in the way that you think you are. It's more than just the skills someone has. It's their ability to tap into them. It's their ability to execute when they are in a group with other people. And if everybody has the competencies that they can use together. I found it even funnier and more frustrating. A couple months later, I was rolling out a training first at a conference and then later to other peers about how to actually become a behavioral intervention consultant. And this woman who completely didn't listen to a single thing that I had asked her to do, told everyone that what I was doing didn't make any sense. It was a bad idea. She signed up for my class, came up and told me that she was so excited to learn. I was like, is she gaslighting me? I really felt like she was gaslighting me. I felt like there was such confrontation there. And then come to realize later on that my role in a large organization from a BG5 Human Design perspective in what they call OC16, how I'm seen as an educator, that I am a trainer. And in fact, that is primarily what I did throughout the course of a little over 10 years when I'd work in government. I was consistently showing up to do trainings, whether it be on policy, in whatever our innovation grants were. I was rolling out trainings and making things simpler for people. No matter whether you know your design or not, you are taken up by these trans-auric forms. You are embodying your design when you are around other people, and you are being recognized for the things that you bring to the table. Isn't it better to know what you're bringing to the table? You can work in harmony with that. I just feel that it has been so validating for me to understand what it is that my job is and understand what my job isn't, because I felt I've spent so much time trying to be what I'm not and wondering why I've been frustrated by trying to apply for things and that didn't work out, or wondering why other people had gotten positions that I felt that I was perfectly qualified for and I just didn't see it. It has really, really helped me understand myself and the people that I've worked with. It's really been eye-opening for them too. So I love that particular story, and it's given me a lot more compassion for that woman and definitely for myself in that scenario. There was nothing I could have done to have changed